Hello, this is Bill with my July TBR, or pile of possibilities, because chances are I might only get a couple of these books read. So I still haven't finished Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. It's only read 390 pages so far. And I'm reading Pushing Ice by Alastair Reynolds. So I'm 122 pages into this one already. Thousand Cranes by Yasunari Kawabata. So I've read this one already, but I'll probably reread it again before the end of the month. It's only 101 pages. And then into the cool energy flow, Thermodynamics and Life by Eric D. Schneider and Dorion Sagan. So this was the first selection for Booktube Spin number 7. This one might take a while to read. And Beast of No Nation by Uzodinma Iweala. So this was a second selection for Booktube Spin. I am not bad boy, I am not bad boy. I am soldier, and soldier is not bad if he is killing. So it's about a child soldier in Africa. And then it's Jane Austen July, which I've never read any Jane Austen before, but there's a small possibility that if I get all those other books read, I'll read this one. Reading from Pride and Prejudice. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. However little known the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighborhood, This truth is so well fixed in the minds of the surrounding families that he is considered as the rightful property of someone or other of their daughters. And beast of no nation. It is starting like this. I am feeling itch like insect is crawling on my skin. And then my head is just starting to tingle right between my eye. And then I am wanting to sneeze because my nose is itching. And then air is just blowing into my ear. And I am hearing so many things. The clicking of insect, the sound of truck grumbling like one kind of animal, and then the sound of somebody shouting, "Take your position right now. Quick, quick, quick. Move with speed. Move fast, oh," in voice that is just touching my body like knife. I am opening my eye and there is light all around me, coming into the dark through the hole in the roof, crossing like net above my body. Then I am feeling my body crunched up like one small mouse in the corner when the light is coming on. The smell of rainwater and sweat is coming into my nose. And I am feeling my shirt is so wet, it is almost like another skin. I want to be moving, but my whole bone is paining me, and my muscle is paining me, like fire ant is just biting me all over my body. If I can be slapping myself be making it go away, I am doing it, but I cannot even move one finger. I am not doing anything. Footstep is everywhere around me and making me to think that my father is coming to bring medicine to stop all of the itch and pain. I turn onto my back. The footstep is growing louder, 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 until I am hearing it even more than my own breathing or heart beating. Step, slap, step, slap, step, slap. I am hearing getting louder, louder, louder. And then shadow is coming into light from under the door. Into the cool. So that's from the preface. When you light a candle, the flame flares up, but quickly settles into a steady state, burning as long as there is wick and wax. Life is a similar phenomenon, a controlling burning, a pattern of energy flow. This is not just an analogy. Animals derive their energy from oxygen, reacting with hydrogen-rich compounds, much as a candle flame lives. As long as its hydrogen-rich waxes have oxygen fuel. But there are, of course, major differences. Among these are that organisms burn at a much lower temperature, and that their burning includes not just the maintenance of a specific shape over a relatively short period of time, but the reproduction of their form and function before they expire, are snuffed out by accident, or fatally deteriorate. Like a flame, life spreads, but unlike a flame, living organisms reproduce, and because they vary in their reproduction, never a perfect process, and not all the variants survive, life evolves. Life also exhibits in the aggregate a kind of prudence, burning not like a bright meteorite for a few minutes in the night, but for over 3.5 billion years. Forms too gluttonous use their energy up and decline. Those with the natural intelligence to ration their sources or move on to new ones may not be as brilliant as shooting stars, but they survive. The time since the Big Bang is an estimated 15 billion years. Life as a whole is roughly a third as old. We are closer, poet Joseph Brodsky wrote with poetic license, to the Big Bang and to Rome. If we consider our origins in natural transformations, in the cycling of matter in regions of energy flow, no poetic license is needed to see the truth of this statement. The science we elaborate upon in this book deals with energy and its transformations in complex systems. So 1,000 cranes. So in this book, he gets involved with his father's mistress after his father has died. Even when he reached Kamakura and the Engakuji temple, Kakuji did not know whether or not he would go to the tea ceremony. He was already late. He received an announcement whenever Kiramoto Chikako offered tea at the inner cottage of the Engakuji. He had not once gone since his father's death. However, he thought of the announcements as no more than formal gestures in memory of his father. Pushing Ice by Alastair Reynolds. Perry Boyce looked up from the rippling red surface of the comet. He cuffed down his helmet, binocs, keyed in mid-zoom, and waited for the image to stabilize. Only a breath of thrust held 50,000 tons of ship over his head. The processed mass driver was fully extended now, but still braced alongside Brockhopper. A spray of flickering blue lights near the head of the driver showed activity still taking place around the jammed deployment gear. Chrome yellow robots worked the repair duty with one tiny suited figure hovering to the side. He knew it was Svetlana even before his helmet dropped an icon onto her figure. Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. When Augustus came out on the porch, the blue pigs were eating a rattlesnake. Not a very big one. It had probably just been crawling around looking for shade when it ran into the pigs. They were having a fine tug of war with it, and its rattling days were over. The sow had it by the neck, and the shoat had the tail. So that's what I'm reading in July. See if I can get more than 2 books read this month. So that's all for this video.